Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton. My brother Dave is today with me.
Hey, Larry, what's up?
How you doing, bro?
How's everybody doing out there?
Know, everything. Listen, it's another week gone by. We're getting closer to the cruise.
I know.
I mean, I can't wait for that cruise. I really can't. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are totally fucking going to have a blast. There's more people coming. Guess who else is coming?
On which cruise?
On the party cruise.
Okay, who else?
My daughter and her boyfriend.
Oh, you booked them one?
Yeah, I had to. I mean,
okay.
what am I not going to book my daughter?
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to have that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have my family on the cruise. Let me tell everybody what it is. It is a fucking party cruise. I mean, we all know what's going to happen. The winner, I think Paul Latta, I think it was.
Yeah, from Atlanta.
Atlanta. His stuff is getting booked actually tomorrow or today.
Right.
It'll be booked, and he'll have his flight in, and we're going to make sure he gets his ride to the,
He emailed you everything you had to?
Yeah, I got all his information. I got his passport and all that kind of stuff. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for the cruise because I think more people are going to see us without, like not bottled up. I don't know if people see me bottled up anyway.
Right.
Like in that regard. But I think they're going to have a lot of fun with this whole thing. I really do. First of all, I have a couple of things I want to ask you. Let's go. Listen, this is not a news day. We know that.
Right.
Here it is Friday. We're getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. I got to say this, man. The weather's getting great in Florida.
Oh, this is what we live down here for.
Yeah, I mean, Florida
Beautiful weather.
It is what it's all about. And I'm so happy about that. The Florida weather is really good. And then, obviously, sports is the best month in the fucking, in the planet.
You got baseball playoffs, and you got hockey just started, and you got football in full swing.
And basketball, NBA.
Basketball is exhibition right now.
Is it? Did they
starts
start?
next week.
Next week.
Next week.
It's funny because I went out. I said, I got to go to the liquor store. I said, I stocked the bar up. I got Macallan and Johnny Walker Black and Maker's Mark and all the booze you want at that bar because everybody comes over now for the
podcast and football and everything, yeah.
And it's fun, because I want to let everybody out there know if you are in the Palm Bay or even Brevard County area and you want to come watch a podcast, if you email us, we don't mind having a person or two on the casting couch, we call it. And they get involved. You know that. They always get involved.
We put a mic over there, yeah.
All right, now, hey, what did you think of Frank?
About what? We think of him about
doing
doing a
podcast. Is he a fucking trip or what?
He's funny. He's good to do a podcast with. He's a good interview guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to push him. He pushes, he'll contradict you or whatever.
But he's good. But people don't know this. He's like that anyway. He's a fucking prick.
That's his norm.
Frank is the most normal. He fucks with us all the time. And I was telling somebody also. People don't know this as a YouTuber and a guy on TV a lot. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, he'll fuck with me whether he knows it or not. He fucks with everybody.
That's just Frank.
That is Frank.
Yeah.
And if you don't know already, he's a pot doctor as well. He's one of the best pot doctors in the state.
Yeah.
We actually had a guy listen to the show, and we're talking about Frank as a pot doctor. He went and saw Frank.
From Deltona, right?
From Deltona, a good ways away.
Came all the way over for two and a half hours, whatever it is.
And he even said he loved them. I ended up speaking to the guy. Frank called me because we're friends.
And you went over there?
No, I didn't go over there. I talked to him on the phone.
On the phone?
Yeah, and the guy is, Frank is really, people don't know, as much as he's a fuck up and he fucks and busts out chops, lies, does everything else in the fucking book with Frank. He's really a good surgeon and a good doctor.
Very good.
You know what I mean? He's an ENT
been doing
surgeon.
It 40 years, and he knows his shit.
He's an ENT surgeon.
Yes.
I mean, you don't just become an ENT surgeon with fucking, he's, like you said, 40 years doing that shit.
I know.
And then he does plastics, obviously. Yeah. He does all that kind of shit. So the guy's the real deal for sure. And, it's fun to have, we're spoiled. You and I, because we don't go to doctors. I mean, we go to doctors, but how do we go to doctors? We call them up on the phone. We're lucky we don't have to go to a doctor.
Oh, God forbid we need a doctor. We just call up one of our friends, and he says, come on in.
Come on in. We'll take care of you, whatever. They know they got the insurance. We got our insurance. They don't even give a shit about that, you know. We got a great stuff coming out. This month, I don't know if you guys know, everybody else, so it is Halloween month. I like Halloween month. It's a pretty fucking wild month, actually.
Yeah.
Do you remember when, now they changed it, but it used to be daylight savings time was in October. Is it moved yet?
It
used to be Halloween, if you remember that.
It used to be right before Halloween for the kids.
No, not for the kids. It's what it is. It's in Halloween.
I think it's a little right after because they like it to be a little more daylight out for the kids.
No, it's actual that date. It's October 31st.
At night.
It used to be.
That time.
It used to be. Now, I don't know where it is anymore. I don't know exactly when Halloween. But we always go to parties, right? So, and we dress up, and we have fucking crowds. A lot of people ask me, they go, will you dress up? Will you show us what you do? I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, you mean your fans want to see what you dress up as?
Yeah, they want to see me like what I'm doing out there. So I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take some video. I think I'm going to take a few videos at a party.
What are we going to do, rent the costume or something?
I don't know. We'll do something, But you know what we're doing? We're going on another cruise. My brother and I, with a friend's 69th birthday, actually.
Yeah, with 12 of us.
There's 12 of us going on the Virgin Voyages.
Yeah, out of Miami.
So that's going to be a fun cruise. And that's
just with our friends, right?
Yeah. That's just a bunch of people that, we really got together. And we do crazy stuff, like for my birthday.
Both in November, too. Yeah.
Right? No, who's in November?
Both cruises.
Oh, we're going on 2 cruises in November. Now, I like to cruise. I don't know if I like to cruise that much.
Right.
But you know what? They're not long cruises. We're doing a 3-day and a 4-day cruise. So it's really a week total.
4 days, 4 nights, 5 days.
All right. And I think that's pretty cool. So I don't know what people are doing out there. I think this is pretty cool, that what they're doing. But I wanted to touch on a couple of things. I watched the show, Dave, that I'm doing a video on, actually. I'm going to do the video today. It's going to go out Sunday. Did you know about the NBA referee scandal with the point shaving? Not point shaving, fixing games.
Did I know about it? I've heard about it. Have I ever watched a movie or anything? No.
Well, there's a new show on Netflix. You got to check it out.
Okay.
It's about an hour.
It's a series, you mean?
No. It's a movie.
It's a movie
on the on that whole thing. Guy's name was Tim Donahue, and he my boy.
And how long ago did this take place?
This took place, I think, in 2000. I want to say 16.
Oh, recently. You're talking like 5 years, 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I'll look it up again. But I watched it the other day. Really interesting.
Right.
How much information? Not even supposedly. He says he didn't throw a game and make a bad call. That's bullshit. They show some shit.
How'd they catch him? They had people rat him out?
Well, no. I mean, there were. Yeah, eventually they did, obviously, and then he ratted. He ratted himself.
So he admitted it.
Yeah, he admitted it. Now, he says he didn't, make bad calls to influence the end of the game. It's a 6-point spread. But what he was doing, he was giving information on other refs. This is how intricate the NBA is. What happens in the NBA is he knows what other refs don't like somebody. Like
don't like a player.
Or a player or a coach they had a beef with, or he's a rough calling ref. And he was giving winners. They were betting $1 million, this guy, $2 million, on games. It was really fucking wild. And he was hitting 78% winners, this ref. Supposedly...
Ref or this gambler?
Well, his friend. They all grew up together. These 3 guys grew up together in high school.
Okay.
And this one guy put them together. And he says he had nothing to do with it, didn't make money. That might be true or not. I didn't hear anything bad about that. But what I did hear about is the... this guy Donahue knew so much, the intricacies of the game was what I mean. I mean, when you think about those games, we're talking about the.
Did Donahue ever go to jail for it?
Donahue did 15 months in jail. Okay. Each one of them did 15 months about.
Even the gambler. The one
the guy, every one of them, I think, did 15 months.
Okay.
And, come on, 15 fucking months.
Well worth it for 78% winners at betting $1 million a game.
Oh, yeah, the one guy was making a fortune. But they couldn't get him for wire fraud or something like that. Something like he said.
The one guy who made a fortune, the other refs got broken off. You could bet on that.
No, now.
No. That's what they say.
But. They are saying no, and here's why they're saying no. Can you get that lighter, bro? I wanted to tell everyone what we're smoking. Remember, I told everybody out there, first of all, thanks to Oliva. Oliva is our sponsor, our main sponsor. Yeah. And we are smoking the Oliva O, the Series O.
Oliva cigar.
Oliva cigar, Series O. And I want to check it out right there, Series O. And we're going to smoke it, both of us together. He's got one, I got one. We're going to smoke it, see how it is. Now, Oliva does this for us. They give us the cigars and stuff. But now, my cigars, the Crooked Diamond cigars,
Coming out.
by Olive.
I heard they're being shipped the 29th.
No, 24th.
24th.
24th. And the first boxes that go out are all the people who bought them.
Today's the 14th, so it's like 10 days from now. They're
Yes,
being
today
shipped from
is
Nicaragua.
Absolutely. Today's the 15th or the 14th. I don't even know. It is the
14th, I believe.
Yep, it is the 14th.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is the first boxes that go out are the first people who ordered. You know, out. They're right out and in. But what I was going to tell you earlier, I didn't even tell you in the office. I looked at a house to rent for a business house, and it's in Lockmore.
Okay.
Beautiful house, pool, the whole works, 4-bedroom. I can make the studio for the kitchen show. I want to give everybody a heads up on the audience what we're doing. I'm starting a cooking show. Now, people go, what do you mean? Is it going to be like you're cooking videos? Well, in a way it is, but it's a way it's not. It's going to be me cooking anything. I don't give a fuck if it's eggs in the morning, what we do. It could be whatever the fuck I want to cook, how we eat now. So you're going to be on the show a lot, you know, because we eat a lot.
Right.
So, and even though I lost weight, and everybody's been telling me, Larry, you look great, you lost weight and shit. And I did. I lost about 43 pounds, 45 pounds. That's what I'm down to about. And I feel good. I mean, people say, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just feel good. You know what I mean? It's
no,
like,
you're doing it purposely. You're not sick.
No, not sick at all.
Some people think when you start losing weight that you're sick and whatever. But in your case, no. You want to lose that. You're trying to. You're doing intermittent fasting and
right. I do intermittent.
Yeah,
I do intermittent fasting.
Right.
And I'll tell you what it is. I end up taking this intermittent fasting to a degree. You're supposed to not eat for 16 hours. That's like a big deal. Because every hour after 12 hours, you lose like a half a pound. But you're not supposed to go back. You know what happened to me a little bit ago, right? I mean, a few days ago. I bought all that fucking garbage.
Oh, you went shopping for Mom. You went to the grocery store, and he comes back and had to have $50 worth of garbage, potato chips, candies, this, that, all kinds of stuff.
Twizzlers and fucking Starburst and pretzels.
Which, with this intermittent fasting, it's not a specific diet where you have to eat certain foods. You just, you just eat, you just fast in between eating, and you try and eat,
But you should eat reasonable. Like,
right.
You remember the other night we watched it? We all have a group,
you have
everybody.
to eat reasonable to function and to have it,
Well, let me tell you what happened. We have a group here, a bunch of guys. My nephew and Dave, myself, councilman, and a little group, Mark, and we call it the Palm Bay Country Club, and we hang out and we watch football. That's our thing.
Every Sunday.
And we eat pizza and shit like that. And what does Larry do? Larry remember I ate 7 fucking slices of pizza?
6 or 7 slices of pizza. You almost ate a whole pie by yourself.
I know. I can't do that. Obviously, it hasn't hurt me so far.
But because you probably didn't eat for 30 hours before that.
Absolutely. See, I go to the extremes. That's just the way I am. I fucking ended up not eating for, I think it was, I've not eaten already at 48, almost 60 hours. I did not eat. Like a 3-day fast. It's literally like a 3-day fast.
Well, you ate last night at your dinner.
Oh, I did. I didn't say, I didn't. And I haven't ate all day.
Right.
Obviously.
That's the last time you ate.
The last time I ate right now is 7 o'clock.
Last night.
Yeah. It was Thursday night at 7.
Right.
So here we are Friday at, I don't know what time it is in the morning. So whatever. So all of those hours, I'm past 12 hours. And what's it, 10 o'clock, so whatever. I'm at a lot of hours right now that I haven't eaten. And I don't feel bad. We're drinking a lot of water, you and I. We drink a lot of water in here anyway, all of us do. And the reason we do that, first of all, we have a refrigerator packed. Obviously, it's got beer in there, and it's got everything else.
Sodas and water.
Soda, beer, and water. And, of course, in this place, I got a full bar. In the studio, so if anybody comes here and wants to watch the show, they can grab beer, grab shots, whatever they want. Nobody can. You know what I want to bring on? My daughter. What do you think? My daughter?
Oh, you mean put her on the mic?
Put her on the mic. Bring her on. See, I think what I'm also going to do.
I bet you a lot of your fans would like to see it.
Well, what I'm going to do is also with my daughter is I'm going to have the next show we do Monday. You and I, you do the news. We're back with Benz. He's back off the cruise. Ben's back off his vacation. I'm going to call some fans. That's what I'm going to get online later and tell people this is what we're going to do, who wants to be called. We call fan appreciation. Right. So we call them, ask them what they think of the show, who's in it, all that kind of good stuff, on the show.
Right.
And that's what we're going to do. So what I want to do with people is give them an opportunity to tell their story. I think that's important. Right. I really do. I think hearing people's stories is important. And we all have a story. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. But also I have another question for you. You watch the news more than me, obviously. But have you seen the fucking amount of smash and grab robberies there are right now? And look at this. Out. We're watching shit, too, in the day. It's, Yankee
smash and grab robberies where? I mean, all jewelry stores, you mean?
Yeah, no, not just jewelry stores. Like, because of the laws being changed. They're not putting people for bond and all that, and letting them right out. And there's been a lot in New York, Chicago. There's been a lot. Matter of fact, my son wants me to do a video on that.
A lot of that has to do with the depression, too. Not depression, inflation, and
You mean people not having jobs after COVID?
People not having enough money, and the gas prices and everything, all of that.
Yeah, but bro, wouldn't you think right now the economy's good? I mean, you want a job, you can get a job, right? Can't you?
As far as the work is good, but stuff is high.
What's high?
You go to a grocery store, Larry.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I mean, and your average people got to feed a family of 3 or 4 and go shopping and spend $600 a month in food. Now they're spending $750 a month in food for the same stuff.
You're right, bro.
Gas.
That's true. Let me tell you what happened.
Even bills. I know my friends in New York said, they're not spending this. They're using less electricity, but the Con Ed is in New York, and the electricity bill went up. Because
they're raising prices.
Exactly.
Everybody's raising prices. Well, let me tell you what happened. Everybody, I don't know if everybody knows that I'm a single guy, so I take care of my mom. I am single, so I am on the market, ladies. So I'm out there. Email me. No, I am actually. I'm a single guy, and I go shopping for my mom. Now I used to not go shopping for my mom. I had somebody else doing it,
right?
And now I do it. And I'll tell you what happened. I went in to shop for mom. And last week, and I spent $360.
And I
don't even eat. Like I've said, garbage. I did eat garbage, everybody. Right. I ate the $50, like he said, probably. But I ended up, I bought some bullshit. I still don't know what the fuck I spent $360 on. I really don't. I mean, it wasn't like I bought steaks and fucking good food and,
right.
Buckets of chicken. And I really have been thinking about that. Now, again, here's another thing that pissed me off. So anyway, so I learned. So I do really feel for a lot of people out there who have to, but how do you say it? They have to go, and it's hard to feed a family, man.
No question.
And your kids are growing up. You want to feed them all. I get why people say you don't eat. People don't eat. People don't do stuff. And I remember now, I get ramen noodle soups. It's a cheap way to eat.
Prison food.
Yeah, it really is. And it blows me away right now what I'm thinking about because of the prices that. You're right. Obviously, here's another thing. What the fuck is it with gas? Gas last week was $3.05. I saw some stations at $2.99. I don't know if you saw that. About 10 days ago.
I told you Monday what happened with gas.
Well, what happened, it's $3.39. How does it go up fucking 40 cents?
Well, that's bullshit, but that's gas station owners doing that. But OPEC stopped pumping 2 million barrels every day.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we just...
But still, the gas from a week ago, they already bought.
That's been bought a year ago.
So that's bullshit going up 30 cents over...
40 cents.
Whatever it is.
Let me ask you a question. Didn't we have to... Aren't we like in... like finding a country or something? Or where like... I just read something in the paper where the Biden administration is like... I think they're like talking... Oh, one of the senators... wants to cancel everything from a country because they're fucking with, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well, Saudi Arabia is supposed to be our ally. And we sell them a lot of arms for their airplane parts, for their MiG-16s and all of that they buy from us. And now they're siding with Russia and want gas prices to go up and to support Russia's war. So now a lot of the Democrat senators and the Republican senators all over are saying, they got to pay for this. We got to stop kissing their ass. You know what I mean? Fuck them. In other words.
The reason I only
that's what you read. You read pertaining to that.
Now, and I'm not going to go as far as say that this bullshit, live golf because of Saudi Arabia. I don't want to do that because I still think that's bullshit because people are invested in a lot of companies in Saudi Arabia and people and whatever.
Speaking of live golf, you know what I just seen today about that?
Well,
I think next year they might go to 72 holes and a cut.
Are you kidding me?
That's the way they're going to get world rankings.
Is that what they said? If
it's not official, but they're talking big time and they're talking about it because that's the way they could get world rankings.
You have to have a cut?
I don't know if you have to have it, but that's why they're not going to get it because there's no cut.
Right, but can't they just do something like
I don't know.
Top 40 get points, top 30 get points.
I don't know.
Listen, in the PGA,
top
70 get. I don't know if you get points, but top 70 make the cut.
Right.
So is Live Golf going to go to 150 players?
They didn't mention how
154
many
is a normal.
I don't even know if they can. I mean, how would they get them?
Oh, I think they can get them. I think the other tours. There's too much money on that tour not to get enough people.
Right.
You know, if they want the people now, the quality of golfer.
Right.
But I just still am pissed at the PGA Tour. I do not like Tim. Is it Tim Finchin? No. What's his name? Monahan. Jay Monahan. I am still not a fan of Jay Monahan because he invoked the 9/11. You don't fucking do that to people. You know, you don't play with that. You don't play with 9/11 like it's some fucking political tool. You know, that was the shit that you and I know very well because our dad built it. You know, he was one of the construction workers on it. In fact, he was one of the foremen on the tin knocking end
the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center.
The World Trade Center. And so we understand it, we care, but don't fucking invoke, like just to let players.
If all you people don't know what Larry's talking about, he invoked it. What he did was when Saudi Arabia started Live Golf and put billions of dollars into it and made the PGA look silly money-wise, what he did was he got the families from 9/11 victims back in 2001. He got all the families.
21 years ago.
21 years ago, he got all the families to say, oh, why is, it's being supplied by Saudi Arabia money and why are you doing that? Because a lot of the people who ended up the hijacking the planes and crashing them into the Pentagon and all of this and Twin Towers.
And the field of Pennsylvania.
Came from Saudi Arabia.
Right, you mean some of the terrorists.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the ones who hijacked the planes.
Right, no, but
anyway.
I don't buy
long story short, the PGA has, they go over and play in these countries anyway.
Yeah, and people invest in stuff, and Saudi Arabian companies are founded. Now, a company that's founded or a company that is already bought or owned stock by a Saudi Arabia, what are we supposed to blackball Saudi Arabia? And that was because of the Khashoggi thing. That really wasn't because of this going on with the gas.
With the Live Golf?
Yeah, well, because everyone's going to think, well, he's right. Now they're fucking without gas. They're an enemy. Why should we support them? I'm not buying that. Personally, I'm not buying that. And I don't think you are either. Because Live Golf was a lot before that, if you know what I mean.
Oh, before the gas and all that?
Yes.
I know.
And so I'm not buying that Saudi Arabia is the biggest villain here. I mean, again, people are going to look at me and say, Larry, you don't love the country. I love our country. Fuck other countries, period. I even don't say that. I'm sorry. Because if there's people out there listening, I definitely don't say fuck your country. I love Canada and Australia and England and Ireland and Germany and everybody with people listens to this place. Here's another thing I want to get out there. If people don't understand that Iran thing with the what do they call those? The turbans on their head. The
Habib.
Habib, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The Habib. Hajib or whatever.
Hajib.
The women that are fighting,
protesting.
Right. These women that are protesting, I get, right? Totally, 100%.
They're protesting for rights.
You know what? I never, ever hated, or I don't hate anybody. I don't hate the people or don't even dislike the people of Iran or any other.
It's not
China.
It's the government.
China. I do not hate or dislike.
I love Chinese food. I love some of these Chinese.
Yeah, you're right. No, absolutely. And Korea, North Korea, the most craziest fucking country. Little Kim Jong-un, Rocket Man. Trump used to call him Rocket Man, wasn't it? I don't hate the people in North Korea. Not even a little bit, bro.
Right.
And I don't like the fact. Here's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that the country, the United States itself, is fucking, picking, choosing who we should, like the country of Saudi Arabia. You're trying to hurt the government. I get it. But there's a lot of people around the world who do not like the United States government. You got to remember that. You got a lot of people in Cuba, they don't
a lot of people here that don't like our own government. Right here in the United States.
You're right. Matter of fact, if you look about the oath keepers that they are and all that.
I know,
listen, I do not, the people of America are great. They're giving, they're caring, they want to help people. We have a way of life. They have a way of life, but we don't like our governments a lot. A lot of people don't like the government.
I know.
But why should we be penalizing the people of a country? Not letting, and now someone's going to say, oh, wait a minute, Larry, it's the government. No, these people, Saudi Arabian people, were investing in the LIV Golf. They don't, what does that have?
There's no Saudi Arabians playing in LIV Golf. They're giving a ton of money to Americans, Europeans, or whoever's playing in LIV Golf.
But you know what they say, though? They're doing that to whitewash the crap that they do. Meaning they're trying to buy our happiness or buy the people's willingness to like them.
They do. They're trying to buy who? The United States?
See that
there's probably less Americans in LIV Golf than Europeans.
Oh, I guarantee.
No question.
Oh, I think you're right.
Who are they trying to buy then?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Your theory is trying to buy the world?
Yeah. Well, I guess they want to show the world that they're good people. Just because they can buy the golf.
So good for them for giving all that money.
I agree. See, you and I have the same thoughts.
Good for them then. That's nothing illegal. Giving $4 million to a golfer who wins a tournament. Great.
Listen, I can't stand Jay Monahan because he found $53 million
to add to their purses for this coming year.
Listen, LIV Golf could fold, and I still love them. Here's why. They changed the whole way of doing it. First of all, you know what I love about LIV Golf?
The shorts.
The shorts, the team play.
Did
who'd you call it, win or lose?
Did
Dustin Johnson's team lose or win?
I don't know. I didn't see the final round. But anyway, I told you the rookie won.
Right.
But anyway, we were just talking. You were talking about shorts. We were just talking today and how sports changed. Baseball's changed. I mean, it's still baseball. It's still 9 innings, but the rules have changed a little here and there, and they tweak things on timing. On next year, it's switching again as far as the shift. And
we were talking about that. The rule change in baseball you have to have your feet on the dirt now.
Next year.
Two
people on each side of the infield, like a shortstop and a third baseman, have to be on the left side of the infield.
You can't put these major shifts on, is what you're saying.
Correct. You can't play, right.
Gotcha. So, and now what?
Golf don't want to change. PGA, I should say.
Yeah.
LIV changed. LIV started out, and then 3 weeks into their year, they said, okay, you guys can wear shorts now.
Oh, was it? It wasn't right from the beginning?
No, they didn't start out like that. After I think the third or fourth tournament they did. I think they only have 2 more tournaments left.
So they played 6. It was 8 this year.
They have 2 more tournaments. They have one in Dubai and one in Doral.
Well, the ending is in Dubai.
In Doral. And the next one, I think, is Dubai.
Is that what it is?
It's somewhere over there.
Yeah, it's the only one. They had one in Bangkok.
Just in Singapore or something.
Bangkok.
Yeah, Bangkok, Thailand. That was last weekend.
Right. And I'm all for what you just said. I don't believe we should stay stagnant in anything. Anything. Hey, listen, I'm a business owner. I have to change things in my business to make them better.
Of course.
I don't give a shit what it is.
You're a fool if you don't.
Exactly. And here, what's it called?
PGA.
The PGA is stuck on stupid. And, I just think they're greedy. I think the corporate people, and again, I don't dislike the players. Some players now I dislike because they took the mantle.
They're talking a lot of shit.
Right, and they took the mantle. They put their, they're putting their foot out there. We're not understanding maybe everything, And if you have an opinion, that's great. You can say it, but don't be so fucking vocal like Rory McIlroy. Or
negative towards the players who disagree with you and went over there.
Right, like Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
And I used to be a big fan, you know that.
Right.
And now I'm not.
Now he's against all these players who went over there. I mean,
and I won't be a Rory McIlroy fan ever again.
Nobody against going over there to make money, feed their family better than they were in the PGA or whatever.
Absolutely.
For whatever reason.
And no matter what, and I'm being honest, bro, I won't care personally. No matter what, I won't care. Is if me, Larry, will not care. No matter what, bro.
Right.
If what was just man, my brain is fucking shot today. What was just
PGA about rules.
Right. Well, I will not, no matter what, if LIV Golf folds or not, and I don't think it is.
No.
I don't care. I will not like Rory McIlroy. I think I saw true colors of him I just didn't like as a person. I mean, you don't go out and
I don't know why he did that. He had a lot of people now and are calling the PGA Tour the Rory McIlroy Tour.
Matter of fact.
But I wonder if Jay Monahan got, because he's a top name.
I think they manipulated him.
I think they had a meeting with the top 10 golfers and said, hey, we got to,
I think they manipulated him,
that for one bit.
I think they manipulated. I think they played him as a fool. And honestly, I think they played him as a fool.
They tried to do it to Tiger Woods, and I just seen the thing. Tiger Woods is not for LIV Golf, but he's not talking it like against it like these other players.
Right, and he's not talking anything against the players.
No.
I've never heard him say a bad word to the players.
No, he's not. He's staying kind of quiet about it, more or less.
Right, but I have not seen him talk about players. I haven't seen Jack Nicklaus, the best golfer ever, him and Tiger, obviously, ever say anything about
he said stuff like, I don't think it's as much competition when you golf for 54 holes.
No, that's his opinion. And their opinion.
And they're great. He could say that. That's his opinion. But he's not talking shit. Like Rory McIlroy talked a lot of shit about players that went over there.
Yeah, and even what he did, I didn't like what he did about, Greg Norman. Greg Norman, the Shark, great golfer. I mean, Hall of Fame golfer.
In his day, he was. Yeah.
Great. The White Sharks. He got 2 majors, two British. Never won a major in American soil or anything. But he got 21 victories.
Tour
wins, Greg Norman. And Rory McIlroy hit 21. He had to like throw a fucking jab at the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First of all, you don't even know. Rory, you didn't just play against Tiger right there. Tiger's been out for the last 3 years or whatever it is, a couple of years. And he wasn't at his prime like fucking, he's playing against Jack and, you know.
I seen something yesterday too. Do you know how many tournaments the PGA has every year?
Oh, 40.
45.
45?
You know how many the top
15,
20,
18?
17, the average of 17 tournaments, the top 25 players in the world.
Yeah, they can't.
In PGA, the top 25. They play only in about 17 tournaments. They pick and choose.
Right, so that's my problem with them.
So now my point is the competition on the tournaments you don't have no top 25 players or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Is the competition in LIV Golf is better than those other ones I'm talking about.
Oh, good point. I didn't even think of that.
When you don't have a top 25 player playing in a tournament, ain't it easier winning that tournament?
Yeah, because every LIV tournament's got number 2 in the world.
But 70 people that never won a tournament, a lot of them. You know
and they really are very low-tier players. I mean,
some of them are.
Listen, I hate to call any tour player.
A pro is a pro, but, they're the lower tier of the pro.
Yeah, and it's tough to call any tour pro player a low-tier player. I mean, that's just tough to do.
No, but in retrospect, it's like some of them are like on the football teams that are on the practice squad. They don't make the team.
Right.
There's a lot of golfers that don't make the 125, and they just play in a few tournaments. Here
and then they got to qualify and do all that kind of stuff.
It's a tough sport.
No, absolutely, but.
Here's what I got to say about golf. About golf and bowling, and there's tennis. There's a few sports that they're not playing with a contract. You get baseball, you get hockey, you get soccer, football, you get basketball. Those people are signed to a contract. They're getting money if they're sitting on the bench.
Right.
If they're signed to a contract. If they're on the bench, they're getting paid very good money, probably $1 million a year, the lower tier.
No, very low. Matter of fact, didn't you tell me you thought minimum wage in the NFL is $750? It might even be more.
It's like $700 for the
$700,000
or whatever, and baseball too. It's like that. But your top play, the average salary I bet is like $10 million a year, $8 million a year.
No,
average.
I don't know. No, I don't think it could be that.
I don't know what
Let's call it $3 million, $4 million
over that. But
the average court player don't make $3 million.
What I'm saying, golf, bowling, tennis, just off the top of my head, those three. Those guys are paying an entrance fee to get in the tournament. They're paying their own plane fares. They're playing their own caddy in golf. They're paying their hotel fee. They're renting a car when they get to the tournament. And if you get cut, you make $0.
You just lost money.
you lost money. Whatever it cost you to get to that tournament, whatever it cost you plane fare to get there, or the food, the hotel you were staying in, whatever. You get nothing. You're not playing. So what's wrong with a guy trying to make a living and go into where the money is? I LIV Golf, they're not paying a caddy.
Right.
I don't even know if they're paying their hotels or anything. Maybe they are.
I don't think so. Matter of fact,
I don't know. But, I mean, the incentives and the team deal for people who don't know the sport, they got a little different form. Golf is golf. You still got to hit it off the tee and get it in the hole.
They're not asking to change the rules.
Right.
Like the main rules.
The format is a lot different.
Right.
The rules are the same. You got to hit it off the tee and get it in the hole.
In X amount of strokes when you swing.
In X amount of holes, whatever that par is on that.
Yeah, they didn't say, okay, let's play 16 holes.
Right. Or they didn't say, let's shorten every course up so you don't have to have a driver.
But they did take a day away, which is a big deal.
Yes.
I mean, even with majors, you guy goes 4 days.
They made it a 54-hole tournament instead of, it's 18 holes a day. So 18 times 4 days is 72. 18 times 3 days
54.
is 54.
Well, that's what the LIV stands for.
Right. Well, for LIV.
In Roman
numerals for 54.
Right.
And they were talking about that if they go to 72, what are they going to do with the LIV name?
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Are they going to call it the LXX22 or what? You know what I mean? What are they going to do? I don't know what they're going to do.
I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
I'm such a fan of Greg Norman for doing this. He's been fighting this for like 3 decades.
I know.
30 years.
Been trying to do this. And tried to do this with the PGA.
Right, when he was older. I mean, when he was on the PGA. Same as Phil Mickelson. I give Phil Mickelson a lot of credit.
He wanted the team format and all of that.
And I give Phil Mickelson, he was the first to come out, and he deserves the money he got.
Right.
And I believe that. I really do. Because he came out, Phil Mickelson, when it was the worst in the world to do, and he fucking said, Phil Mickelson, listen, he has his pluses and minuses. He's a big gambler, but I don't care what a person does. Do you?
No.
I could care less he's a gambler. Good for him. You don't think all these players are gambling out there? They're playing. Come on. Every one of them are playing for money. I've never, personally, and I'm a golfer, and I was a pretty good golfer, bro. I never in my life played a round of golf for nothing.
Me neither, and I suck.
Right. I don't give a fuck if it's a soda.
Got to give me strokes.
Lunch, soda, a sleeve of golf balls, usually $10 a side, $5. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't golf for nothing.
It's something to play for, and it makes it more interesting.
Well, pressure, it's a lot of things that things change, in my mind. So I look at that, bro, and I say, okay, wait a minute. As far as LIV Golf, right? And what should the PGA do? Why can the PGA all of a sudden find this money? Why can the PGA... I don't know. I read what you told me. Listen to guys. You're going to hear this, and you're going to fucking probably say, Larry's bullshitting. David showed me the commissioner for NFL made
58, wasn't it?
It was over.
I think it was 60-something now. You were like 2007 or whatever it was.
Whatever the fucking number. It was 50+ million, whatever the hell.
A year.
A year. $50+ million.
Roger Goodell.
Right. Now, Roger Goodell is working for the owners. What a lot of people don't know that.
The owners are paying him.
They're paying him. They pay the league. They have the right to do whatever they want.
Pay him.
Right.
He's representing the owners.
And he's representing the owners. Now, and watch this. The NFL players have a union.
So does baseball.
But golf doesn't.
I know.
I never heard of a union in golf.
Right.
Now, should they maybe?
I think so.
I think so. And I don't know but see, when the commissioner of golf could do what he did to those players, that's not, that they should, if nothing else, what they should do is these players should realize how much power they don't have and how this one guy
does whatever he wants.
Does whatever the fuck he wants. And I don't, unless he gets the few players, like the Rory Tour now, or whoever fucking tour it is. And I think they should totally realize how much they're fucked, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because what happens next? This guy Monahan fired these players. Who the fuck was he to make that decision? There's no union that said, okay.
Right, the players never voted on it or nothing.
Yeah, who is he to fucking say you can play or can't play? I mean, I don't get it. Who gave him that power? I'd love to know. See, listen, I respect Goodall. Whatever Goodall does.
He represents the. I guess he represents the players, but I guess where does he get the money from? It's got to be from the tournaments.
Dave, I think the players have to pay a dues or something. I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe it comes from the purses from tournaments or whatever.
To pay, I don't even know what he makes per year, Monahan.
No,
I know what Goodell makes. But
I don't either. But my thing with Goodall, listen, I have no qualms with any commissioner in baseball or another sport does because they represent the owners. Listen, and there's a union to fight for the players.
Exactly. NFL Players Association or
NBA Players Association.
Right. Exactly. You know, they got to represent. They represent the against the commissioner. So that's why they have a strike sometimes. And they say, oh, well, you're giving, we want more money in the collective bargaining agreement or whatever it's called. All of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that crap.
Yeah. Look, I mean, this is just, a lot of crap, but I agree. I mean, who is representing the players? It sure isn't Rory McIlroy.
No, it's no players representing all of them.
Well, if this Monahan is supposed to represent I'm who made that decision that they're all fired?
I'm sure the players never voted on that.
Yeah, voted or what?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if there's a board that it goes to, or does Monahan just talk to who? Rory, and say this is what we should do?
Yeah, or whoever. Not only Rory, whoever it is for that matter. It could be whoever the fuck it is.
Yeah, who made the decision? Obviously, Monahan. Monahan did, but
Monahan came out and said, "If you think you're fired for life." Who the fuck is he?
You're suspended for life.
Well, you're fired then, whatever.
Yeah, you can't play in this tour.
Ever.
I guess unless you come back and kiss our ass. I don't know. But they're suspended forever.
And I really hope some fucking justice comes out for golf. Because I'm a golf fan.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm a big golf fan, and totally big-time golf fan. But, yeah.
That's my $100.
No. What are you talking about?
You got a double.
Oh,
with 2 outs in the ninth inning.
Yeah,
got more than a base of
there. Yeah, that is pretty wild, actually.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good for you. But it's really amazing to me what I hope something comes out of this that people realize who is this guy. That's a great question. I want to ask a golf guy who does he represent.
I'll have to ask somebody like a Eric that would know. Man.
I don't know if Eric knows or anybody.
Somebody knows a little more than us. Somebody who's...
Yeah, but, you'd think it'd be in the paper. Jay Monahan represents the players. Well, no, not all those players he didn't represent because he fired them all.
I'm sure a lot of players didn't want them to get suspended because if they weren't getting suspended, some of the others might have went.
Right.
You know what I mean? That might have changed somebody's mind from going over there. Not thinking the league was going to last for whatever.
Yeah, and all they did was take the money out of the players' pocket. Look at Dustin Johnson. Dustin Johnson's made, what, $11 million already?
$18 million this year.
What?
They just talked about it.
He made $18 million?
So far in 5 tournaments.
Yeah, he wasn't on the first. So you're telling me with 2 more tournaments left, he's already made $18 million?
Correct.
Holy shit. He must have done 18. I thought it was like, how do you do that?
I don't know what the team did or what he did this past tournament.
It can't be.
They just talked about it. They were talking about it.
But was that with like an endorsement deal?
No, we know what he made. Yeah,
$76 million.
Made 60-something million. Just half of the 120, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, no,
yeah,
obviously that's not the endorsement deal.
No, it kind of blows me away. It really does. I know I talk golf on here, and when Dave and I are on here as hosts put together, we talk golf because we love fucking golf. We watch it, we bet it, we are golf fans.
We live it.
But you want the truth, bro? I have not watched the PGA Tour event, and I don't wanna.
Well, you ain't missed nothing because nobody's been golfing. I mean, again, they golfing this weekend.
Is Rory playing?
No, but you know who's in second place right now?
Who?
Ricky Fowler.
Oh, Ricky Fowler.
After the first round, after Thursday.
I like him. I like Ricky. He hasn't said shit, so that's what I'm glad about.
Right.
I think he should have jumped, personally.
I think too, but I don't know if they wanted to give him anything. I don't know what.
I think. Listen, I don't think. I think it's too late for him to jump or anybody.
I don't know if it's too late for anybody to jump. For money, for a lot of money, it might be, but
yeah, but you know, if
I'm sure if they're going to go to 72 holes in a cut, they're going to need a lot of players.
Well, you know,
you know, they'll need a lot of players.
Yeah, fucking jerk. Anyway, I look at a couple of things, bro, and I look at it and I say, wait a minute, let me stop myself. I love golf. I want it to continue. I want the LIV to continue. I want the PGA to suffer. I really do. Right. I don't want the players, the people to suffer, of course.
Right.
But I don't know what should come about with this Jay Monahan. I hope people aren't backing Jay Monahan.
I don't even know who hires him as a commissioner or who could get rid of him.
Well, I don't know.
Like the owners could get rid of Goodell.
Oh, they fire him tomorrow.
You know, football owners.
They are a collective
number
of
who could get rid of Monahan?
I don't know.
Who gives him a contract?
You know what? That's a great question.
The players all agree to give this guy
whatever,
$20 million a year?
I don't think.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't give a shit if he's making $1 million a year.
Whatever he's making. Who decides that? Who does he negotiate with? Who does his lawyers for his contract negotiate with? Rory McIlroy?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question. I'm gonna try to look some
You
stuff
can't
up
even
after the show.
you can't even negotiate with a tournament because there's 45 tournaments.
Right, you can't say
and
one
there's
tournament.
different ones every year. Some of them don't.
Some drop out,
exactly.
the sponsorships and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who decides what he makes?
You know, that's a great question.
It is a good question. I mean, baseball, of course, we know the owners. You know, there's no owners in golf.
You know what?
There's an owner of a golf course, but there's 45 tournaments they play in a year.
On 45 different golf courses.
And they're not every year they're not playing. Like, I'm sure there's some playing this year. It's their first tournament.
Right, yeah. And see, I understand a golf tournament who's going to lose players because of LIV. That was their big thing, you know.
You mean, you're right.
You know, we're not going to have the star power at this event. They're not getting it anyway. You know, the tournaments get it. Jack's tournament,
TPC, Ohio,
the Memorial,
all right,
Tigers in Washington,
right.
You know, and you're going to get of course, the majors.
There's a handful of tournaments every year,
and
that
not
aren't majors,
right.
that aren't majors, that you'll get all the players there. There's only a handful, maybe 5 or 8 of them, or whatever.
It used to be the Byron Nelson
out of 45,
right?
You know, the one in Orlando, Arnold Palmer's tournament.
Right, exactly.
You know,
Arnold Palmer Invitation.
The one in Ohio, Jack Nicklaus,
the Memorial.
Tournament. The TPC.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's only a handful of tournaments. There might be 6 or 7, whatever.
If that. Yeah.
If that.
And
you're going to get top-notch players besides the majors, which is not a PGA tournament.
Right. So
4 majors a year, everybody. None of them are PGA tournaments.
Yes, right. Even the PGA, because that's the PGA of America.
Right.
That's not the PGA Tour.
Exactly.
Right.
We know that. But for your audience, they might not know that. But they're not run. The PGA has no say in those 4 majors.
I got you. So I'm trying to sit here thinking, how do they do it? How do they do it? What do they do?
How does who do it?
How does how do they pay Monahan?
I don't know. I wish I did know that question.
I'm
only and I've never thought of it, but sitting here talking all of this crap with you, now I'm thinking, who the hell pays him? Who? I mean,
you're making such great points.
You know, who pays this guy?
I'm sure we can look it up, and I'm going to look it up. After this show,
who does he negotiate a contract with?
Listen, by one of the
with himself?
with the next couple of shows, I'm going to have the answers to that.
We will talk about this on another thing.
Yeah,
shortly. We're not going to make a whole video of who pays.
Well, no, no, but I think people want to know too. You know, because everybody out there, if you work for somebody, you know where that owner gets his money, whether he sells a product. You know, I have a company. I get my money from what I get.
Unless he gets like a percentage of entrance fees for each tournament.
But I don't know. I don't know if there is entrance fees anymore. I mean, it used to be.
I don't know that. I don't even know if I know in bowling because our brother-in-law used to run the tournament.
The
Southeast region. I know every bowler who bowls in the tournament has got to put up like $300 to get in the tournament.
Now, is that a top-notch pro, the best guy?
Well, the top-notch the pros who hold a card, a PBA, Professional Bowlers Association card, they pay a little less than like a
guy off the street.
Not necessarily a guy who don't have a PBA card.
I have a question.
And some of them are good bowlers, don't get me wrong, but they're not pros.
Let me ask you a question in bowling. You know bowling. You bowled for years. You're a pretty good bowler. You had over 200 average, all that. In bowling, can anybody just join up for and bowl?
No.
Oh, okay. But how come you told me one time that there's guys, all these guys, and these are all done?
You have to have over a 200 average, sanctioned.
But isn't that bullshit?
Sanctioned.
But you told me, or even Sam a brother-in-law, used to say, I can wipe out 50 or 80 of these people. Don't have a chance.
Correct. So that they welcome them for their money.
But they have over 200 averages?
In a sanctioned league, not on tour.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like if they bowl in the league around the corner and it's sanctioned.
Right. Okay. So when you had a 200 average, you can go into the tournament.
I could have bowled in any tournament I wanted, but
You didn't have a chance.
I was smart enough to go watch him bowl and sit at the bar.
Because you had a chance to win.
Of course.
Yeah, I got you. There's so much more intricacies to that, too.
Not against those guys, I didn't. Because first of all, the conditions are different. The oil patterns they laid down and all was different than your house shot. They call it a house shot, your league.
Oh, the league shots are.
They want people to do good, otherwise they won't bowl.
So yeah, well, what was it? One of Sam said he could bowl. Any real pro averages 240 almost in those leagues.
Sam used to be drunk every bowling night, just a party, and had a 238 average. Of course, he was high in the league, and he didn't give 3 fucks. I mean, he could hardly stand up by the third
because he knew
game.
it meant nothing.
It didn't mean nothing.
Gotcha. It's just getting reps, pretty much like a guy in a gym.
He stayed in form and bowled with his friends, and
he knew what lane to pick.
No.
No, what I meant is he knew what groove on the alley.
Of course.
So right in bowling,
it was a house shot.
So you knew the house shot.
Yeah. Well, Sam would tell me, move 2 boards over, do this, do that.
And sure enough,
because lanes break down, the oil starts spreading out different ways and all. And anybody, when you get 10 balls going down there, when you ever see the ball come back and they all wipe it, it's got a little oil on it.
Oh, so it's moving. And in league play, they stay on those 2 lanes for 3 games.
And then in league play, yes.
Not in tournament play.
Oh, they got to move 6 alleys over without a practice shot.
Oh, yeah, they go right up and that counts.
Right up.
Yeah, bowling guys, if you had...
It's different. It's the same rules. It's the same thing. A strike is 10. All of this, it's the same scoring, but it's different conditions. It's like we're playing. If we go play Crane Creek here, 192.
I can shoot scratch there.
Compared to playing
TPC.
Augusta, you think you would shoot the same? Well, that's my point.
It's a 30-stroke difference.
I'm just saying. Well, that's like bowling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go bowling on the tour compared to in your league. You might be a 210 average in your league and think, oh, I got a shot. These guys are only bowling 210s on TV. Yeah, go bowl a 210 on TV. Yeah. You're going to bowl a 140.
It's funny because you're right, because like golf, I know golf. I was, a member of a country club. And hold on.
I got it.
Yeah, I was a member of Fort Lauderdale Country Club. Mm-hmm. Now, on our course, we had a kid there, Ryan, this kid. Course record, course everything, shoots. He's a +4. That means he had to shoot a 68 just to be even.
And he was not a pro.
Could not.
He tried to make it pro.
He tried to make it.
There's a difference between a pro and a touring pro.
Absolutely.
For your audience don't know that. We know that.
Yeah, I mean.
There's a total difference.
And that's because, again, they changed things.
A touring pro will kick ass and give a pro.
Oh, do you remember back when Tiger was in his prime, they said that Tiger had to give a club pro 18 shots?
That's 1 strike a hole. Everybody.
Do you remember that?
1 stroke.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I remember the article. I didn't believe it.
When he was in his prime.
When he was in his prime, shooting his best, they said Tiger Woods would have to give a club pro 18 shots.
If they played on that course.
Right. Well, do you think a club pro can go to Augusta and shoot scratch? Couldn't break 90, they said.
1 out of 100 times.
Right. They said they wouldn't break 90, most of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's just the way it is. Right. You know what I mean? First of all, the greens in Augusta, everything. Everything is just so totally different. It blows me away when I think about we got on golf, everybody. I'm sorry. That's just me. I'm into golf. I did get a couple of emails and great stuff. People have been asking me to do a couple of stuff. Yes, let me tell you guys what happened. A couple of things too. I hope you guys can see I'm back to normal. I had a couple of bad days. I did a video that I was pretty fucked up at. And I got a lot
You learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson because, You know, I checked myself, meaning was I, depression? What was it?
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, and I could tell myself.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I've been in videos where I get tired. I mean, but people don't know this. I do.
Most of your videos you do it in the middle of the night, too.
Right, you know that.
Because your phone ain't going off the hook and you're using your phone for some videos.
Right.
For whatever. And I do know that your sleeping schedule, forget drugs, your sleeping schedule is just all fucked up.
Oh, totally. I mean,
because most of the time you're doing your videos at 2, 3 in the morning when it's peaceful, it's quiet. Nobody's ringing.
Literally 2 in the morning.
Your phone ain't going off the hook.
And I will be tired. There are times I'm tired because I had a rough day, whatever it was. And a rough day to me is I'm not out, slinging a hammer. I'm not, climbing a ladder.
Right.
But you don't realize, and people don't realize out there how tired. Listen, I'm not a kid either. I'm not 30. I'm 61 years old.
Oh, I know.
So you get out there and, mentally,
sometimes all day long, you're looking at a computer or playing with a computer all day long.
You know that.
Doing numbers or doing whatever you're doing. I don't know computers that good, but playing with the computer all day long. And just it's got to be tiring on your eyes and everything.
It is fucking tired. I remember some videos I catch myself and I said, I didn't have a drink. I didn't fucking smoke a joint. I didn't do anything.
I'm straight as an arrow.
And I'm fucking like, I catch my eyes fucking closing. And you can't help it. And I want to continue. And I got to catch. I did the one video a lot of people questioned. Well, I got fucked up that night. Yeah. And I was out having a few too many drinks and whatever. And I won't do that. Listen, I am human. People make mistakes. I never, ever, ever will say that I know it all or
anyone who does is a fool.
Anyone. Listen, I am just like everybody out there right now. Every one of you guys out there, I am just like you. I have good days, bad days, fuck up days. I try to do the best I can like anybody else does, and you do too, bro. Whatever we do, we try to do the best we can. And, I think when it comes down to core stuff, you're a good dude. I know you. I know you my whole life, of course, but you're a good dude. You'll help people. You'll do the right thing by people. You're not an asshole to people. Like me, I'm not. I'm not an asshole to people. I try to do the right thing. I try to help as many people as I can. Yep. I sign books. People, how did you, I had
give away books sometimes to people.
Many times. I have so many YouTubers, big YouTubers I know. Said, man, wow, why do you do that? How do you do it? Because I'm not into the celebrity shit to begin with. Personally, I like to help as many people as I can, and I know if I could sign a book and make somebody happy. And I sign most books that I get in here. I sign them going out. That's what I do. I even just sign them themselves. Obviously, I can't do every one that goes out, right. And especially now we're getting busier and busier. The cigars are coming. Everything's coming in such a flash. And you used to tell me, lad, why are you working so hard? You're 61.
Yeah.
But, I love it anyway. I mean, this is what I do. What am I going to do? I live with mom, so I help my mother. And it's not like I can say, fuck it, I'm going to go live with you, and be really kicked back. I can't do it. I just can't. I mean, what are you going to leave our mother alone? No. Right. And I'm the only one in the family who can do it, because I live here and I built the studio here and I did everything. And I love what I built. I love everything else. But I also realize that I can't, I guess, keep up a pace sometimes. And you're the one always telling me that. But I guess until I fucking crash and burn or something, I'm just that, I'll run into a wall like an idiot, like we all do. But who the fuck knows, And I look at that in a good way. I mean, at what point, what would I do if I retired?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I used to golf, and I'd like that. I can't golf because of my back and all that kind of stuff. So I think at this level of myself, I think I'm good. I'm happy with it and everything else. But, hey, Dave, we're going to go. Yeah. I got to go. We got to go. We got a lot to do Friday. Fridays are always busy. Benz is back, so it gets a little crazy.
He'll be back Monday, yeah.
And you'll be here Monday, right?
I'll be here Monday. Oliva Cigars, thank you.
Yes, and you know what? I like this one.
I like the Oliva cigar.
The torpedo.
Well, your cigar is made by Oliva.
Yes, and I blended it, though. There's a big difference.
I understand that.
But yes, Oliva, I partnered with Oliva, and Oliva's a company that can handle the influx.
It's the Crooked Diamond, but it's made by...
Right, by Oliva. We have, a matter of fact, it's great because we got, just check it out. It's
the cigars, everybody.
Yeah, there it is. CrookedDiamondCigars.com. CrookedDiamondCigar, Cigar.com, not cigars.
Being
Crooked
shipped in a
Diamond
week,
Cigar.
a week and a couple of days.
Yep, crookeddiamondcigar.com. We also have the cruise.
The book,
Yep, Gangster Redemption.
Gangster Redemption.
And our
everybody
shirts
knows.
we got and all that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you what, guys, out there, if you want to come on the cruise with us, November 18th. I don't know where you're at.
Carnival
It's
cruise
Carnival
out
Cruise.
of Cape Canaveral, Florida.
The Liberty is the ship.
Yeah.
And
It's the only one out of Cape Canaveral. Carnival.
only Liberty. Yeah, but they have other ships. They have more than one ship.
Out of Cape Canaveral?
Yes, they have multiple ships.
Well, I
I
didn't
mean,
know.
they have one ship that goes out Tuesday, another goes out Wednesday.
I didn't know that.
Yes, they have a multiple. We're in the Liberty. Now, that's the only Carnival going out, I think, on Friday, the 18th.
Or the 18th.
Right, so Friday the 18th, November 18th, we're going to be on the
I
cruise.
think it's Friday, comes back Monday morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun cruise.
It's a long weekend cruise.
That's a cruise I bet we don't get much sleep.
Yeah, I bet not.
But you can come meet us all. You'll meet the whole team, Darian and Benz and myself, David, my daughter. That's going to be fun. So
Boyfriend.
Yeah, our boyfriend. He's a nice kid. Johannes is a good
One
dude.
of the fans, Paul Latta.
Paul Latta, who won
Latta.
he won the fucking raffle.
Yep.
So I'm happy for him. But I just wanted to end on that note. And listen, everybody. Anything else you want to report, bro?
No, I'll see you Monday.
He will, and I will as well. Everybody have a great day. Please stay safe. Make good choices. Have a good day, everybody.